Hi Jamie, I'm back today. I got this deer meat jerky. My coworker made it, and it's really, really good. And there was a lot of it earlier today. Now there's just a little bit left. And I'm trying to conserve it, but it's so delicious. Anyways, I want to get through all of this today in 4 minutes or less, and so I've got to get started. I wanted to respond to the chat messages that you sent me over the weekend, except this morning I rolled out of bed and the internet was angry about something. Okay, so as you know, last Sunday was Super Bowl Sunday, and during the game, Coke, the much beloved but unfortunately named soft drink company, ran an ad during the Super Bowl, very patriotic ad, I might add, which sang America the Beautiful in a bunch of different languages. The commercial was, like most Coke commercials, untrendy in its seriousness and apparently offensive to some people. You can find a link to the commercial in the downy there. Now, people of the future, I hope that it becomes necessary to explain to you that the people who were offended because non-English expressions offend their sensibilities, because they themselves don't speak any other languages. They're confused by them, and they interpret this confusion as insecurity, and whenever they feel insecure, they feel angry, and they try to return that anger to the sender and also the public at large, twofold or tenfold if you Rush Limbaugh. Now, I'm conflicted because on the one hand, I don't want to lend legitimacy to this opinion by debating it publicly, but on the other hand, me and foreign languages have this kind of agreement where, like, if stupid people are trying to make them feel bad, I try to stop that. Okay, first, and let me explain. This video is definitely not for those people whose opinions I think are worthwhile. This is definitely against the people who think that singing a patriotic song in a non-English language is somehow less patriotic. Secondly, I'd like to point out America has no official language, it only has de facto languages. Although some states have passed laws officializing English, I am proud to say that Pennsylvania is not one of them. And fun fact, this year's Super Bowl hosts, New York and New Jersey, also do not have any state-mandated official language, though Georgia does. So if any of the crazy people whose opinions I'm about to roundly bash would like to sue the Coca-Cola Company of Atlanta, Georgia, you might have a case. The last jerky. It's gone. It's gone. Give me life. Anyways, I prefaced that a lot. I don't have a lot of time left to get to the lambastification, so I'll try to measure my words and say this very clearly. To heck with it, I'll just spray you with word bullets. Dear foaming at the mouth English uberalicists. Why are you threatened by words you don't know? It was a patriotic song and you guys are the most annoyingly patriotic of us all. What's the problem? You guys are the kind of people who guard your family because they're your family. You do know that Spanish is like English's cousin, right? And that Arabic was the language that formulated and protected the mathematics that launched the Renaissance and down the line made the whole modern world possible. And that a Native American language was also used in the commercial, and that crazy pants stuff that you were writing online clearly implies that you think the Native American language is somehow un-American, and I don't even begin to know how to start lambasting that. And that only 80% of people in America speak English at home, and while that is a clear majority, 20% of people in America is somewhere over 60 million people. It's a big number. And these are brackets in which you can insert ample educational and economical evidence that being bilingual is good for just about everything. And one last thing. I wish I could justify using some World War II themed fascism metaphors to better contrast your behavior with what the world at large considers to be sound thinking. Unfortunately, I don't have to go that far. The US has a long and ugly history of killing foreign languages both in our native populations and in the immigrant populations who moved here. This debate is part of our national character. It's part of us insofar as a tumor is part of us. It's a hateful, repressive meme for which we should be ashamed at having let propagate, especially since we have ample history sitting on the back burner waiting for us to notice its lesson. People like you, not you, the crazy people, it's a literary device. We're ignorant of that history, and though I'm sure this rant has only served to strengthen people's opinions, my hope that these kind of people will give this topic a good second think and come to the realization that America doesn't have an official language for a reason, and that defending that unwritten reason will work wonders both for us and our society as a whole. That felt good. Jamie, I'll see you next week.